Okay, everybody, second guitar of the day. We have a Spector made in Korea, 5-string with active electronics with the EMG. But check out this body, 2-piece ash. Let's see here, where's the seam? Oh, here's the seam. And, 3-piece. And here's the second seam right here. You can tell it in the horn, like right here, and then you can definitely tell right there. If I'm getting that in the camera right. But yeah, 3-piece ash body they did with a really cool red grain filler with black over top. It looks kick-ass, man. So this is going to be set up with D-Darios, medium bottom, light top, 127 to 43. Currently there are 125 to 40s on here. He doesn't care if there's fret buzz because he plays through a lot of effects, plays a lot of heavy stuff, so good, I don't have to worry about that. We just set it up to where it should be as far as making it low and fast. Currently, the string height is less than 4/64. We have 3/64, less than 3/64, and we have 3/64. So I have a feeling once we release put the new strings on, we may not have to release the truss rod. So we're going to just rip the strings off, oil the fingerboard. He got this from Sweetwater just not a long time ago. I don't even think the frets need polish. I might hit them with like 8,000 or something like that just to kind of give them a nice buff. But there's no sharp fret ends. Yeah, it's what you'd expect from Sweetwater. Okay, while we're at it, I figure I'd tell you on the Spector Korean bass, the bushing size is 15 mil. You want to tighten those, not crank them, just make sure they're snug. That one's real loose. Okay. That just helps with your overall tuning stability. And we'll take the truss rod off, and I'll tell you, if I can find my screwdriver, I'll tell you. There it is. What size truss rod do we have in here? I'm gonna guess it's probably a 4. Now, one buddy who's bringing his, he has a Spector. I'm not sure if it's the same base, but anyhow, this Spector is the Euro base that's made somewhere in Europe. Yeah. And I think it takes a 5. Let's just see what this takes. There was nothing in the bag other than the set of strings. What's in there? Oh, I don't know. I can't tell. Let's try my 5. And it's a 5. And the truss rod works just fine. Alright. So let's just commence with the cleaning and the polishing, and I'll be back. Okay, everybody. One time we'll do one string, show you how I string long scale bass with these smaller tuning machines. I come up here, I go, it's going to live here. I go 1, 2, and cut it. That should give me the string that I need, and also down the other end there I have a piece of tape holding the ball end in. Wrap, you go underneath each wrap. Try to make it as tight as possible right out of the package here. Alright. Bend it like so. Man. Oil leaching out. Let's just use this because I gotta get a new rag. Alright, so we're going to get some guitar grease on this. New applicator. We get guitar grease over here. It's a graphite paste. Put some on our tip and put it in the nut slot. Just like that. And I try to hold the string up out of the nut slot until it has to sit down. And this fretboard is just leaching oil back out. It looks dry, but as soon as I put tension on it, it starts to leach out. Then I tried to bend the string so that it's not rounding the bend, it's more pulling straight, so that's less stretching that I have to do later. Okay, so we are all strung up, cleaned up, polished up, oiled up. Everything is in the wrong order that I just said. On Spector basses, some other brands too, they have these locking, and they're on both sides. They're little hex keys, and that locks the bridge in place. Otherwise these chiclets would just fall out. There's no screw going through them. So we need to unlock them. Okay, so it's a 2mm. You're just going to back off of the Allen key. There we go. Okay, so now these are free to move back and forth and go up and down and all that stuff. And I'm wondering if this is the same. Yeah, it's 2mm for it to go up as well, up and down. Now I should say that we're up to pitch, and our relief, holding at the 17th fret, measuring with the 12th thou to 7th, is too tight. This truss rod really moves easy. Alright. Give it a quick tune. I need to raise the action. Go up a little bit. There we are, 5/64. So our string height is, gotta get it in the light, 5/64, 5/64, 5/64, 5/64. 5/64. Quite a bit of fiddling around there. Alright, now let's check and see if they cut the nut right. I want 20 thou. want to try. Oh, that's 22, and that nut's too high. Well, we're going to drop the nut down a little bit. Well, I've got a 120. I just have to use it like that. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, let's put the grab. See, I was too quick to put this stuff away. Good. Alright friends, we have ourselves all set up here. I've got the intonation, and that's another part of this locking situation. You detune to the point where you can move the saddles just with your fingers. You retune, you go back and forth. I don't want to show you all that. It is what it is. You move the saddle forward. If it's flat, if it's sharp, you move it back. And we got it to the point where there's a little bit of buzz, but I guess. Pickups rolled off. Just gonna play with this. No problem with the buzz coming through the amp with distortion. That was my main thing. So I'm going to let it sit for the night, let it acclimate to these new strings that are heavier, and I'm going to come back in the morning. Right now we have 12 thousandths at the 7th fret, and we are at just a hair over 5/64 on these two strings and 5/64 on the rest of them. Just check our intonation. Come on. Good. D. D is a little sharp. How do we adjust the intonation on one of these? One of these guys. If it's sharp, the saddle's got to go back. If it's flat, it's got to go that way. So these are just held in by these little set screws that are a 2mm wrench, and there's a little set screw you can see maybe right there. I think I left it loose. Yeah, okay. So sharp means it's got to go back in just a little bit. So Always push them over to make your break angle kind of set, because the floppy strings don't like to tune very well. Okay, that one's good. G. C is on. F is on. I want to thank you for joining us down here in the underground layer. Please like and subscribe. Love your neighbor like you love yourself. Take care of the old folks because they're indeed special. And peace. You keep being awesome. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.